Oh my goodness. I don't know if you've seen it, but Aegislash was released today into Pokemon Go. And let me be the first one to tell you, if you haven't already heard, this Pokemon might just be the most broken thing that they've ever added into the game. And I don't mean that as in the moveset is amazing. It's a Pokemon that's going to be meta-defining. No, I wish that's what I meant. This Pokemon might be the most game-breakingly broken Pokemon they've ever coded. Everything about this thing is just about as baffling as you could possibly even imagine. I mean, my words aren't doing it justice. Let's just get into the gameplay and see what it's going to do here. I think the easiest way for me to show you exactly what I mean is by showing you this example. So, here we will set the stage. I have an Aegislash against a Necrozma Dawnwings in the Mash League. They are level 50. Let me just point up here. I am using an Aegislash that is 1396 CP. I just got this from a raid. It's just a random Pokemon that I remote rated. It's not a great stat spread or anything. Nothing special about it. This is a 4,623 level 50 Dawnwings Necrozma that we are fighting right now. In theory, your gut would say that Aegislash has no chance here. It's a Pokemon that obviously is very much outclassed. It's so much lower CP than this Pokemon. There's no chance you can survive any damage here. Shadow Claw as well as the Moongeist Beam are both super effective into this Pokemon. Well, let me just show you what's about to happen here. Because it's a little bit stupid. Aegislash, as you can see, running a unique fast move here. It just says it's charging up energy here above its name. Kind of an interesting mechanic there. I don't know. It's hard to really care about that, though, when you're about to see the Shadow Claw, by the way, hasn't done any damage to us so far. In comes a Moongeist Beam. What is that? What is that damage? It didn't even put us down to half HP. From one of the strongest moves in the game, from a level 50 Pokemon into like a level 30-something Aegislash. Shadow Ball about to come through. And another thing that's broken about it is it takes like forever for this move to go through. I don't know what's going on right now. Just it's form changing. Shadow Ball one-shots the opposing Necrozma. This is Master League. I'm level 35 Aegislash. I didn't get one-shot by a move. Not only that, I'm still in the green. The Necrozma got one-shot by my Shadow Ball. I don't really know what to say there, other than this Pokemon is not working as intended, I would hope. And it's legal in Great League right now. In fact, it's legal in Master League. I did some Master League gameplay of it earlier. Let me pull up a video of that, a full Go Battle League game of this Pokemon. Let me demonstrate it here in just a second. All right, so this is the Open Master League in the Go Battle League. I use my Aegislash. Once again, it's like 1300 CP against a Fire Spin user. Super effective Fire-type damage. It's not doing anything to us right now. I mean, I know it's non-stab, but there are 4,500 CP Pokemon against my 1300 CP Aegislash. It's doing nothing to us right now. I can no-shield the Psychic Fangs. None of their charge moves are going to do anything to us here. My defense is lowered by one more stage now. Does that mean I'm going to take any damage? No, of course not. This Pokemon able to take all the Fire Spin damage here, take another Psychic Fangs, and honestly, at this point, Shadow Ball is going to hurt this Pokemon. I know Solgaleo is a little bit bulkier than some Pokemon in Master League. There's a chance they can survive it, but I'm not even maxed out here, so that's not even saying much. Our opponent here is now going to end up taking a Shadow Ball. Do they want to shield? At this point, if they do shield this attack up, then I guess we won't see the damage. I would love to see a no-shield, though. Once again, 4,500 CP Solgaleo coming through. Shadow Ball, because the form change mechanic is so broken, will take about an hour to be thrown into them. Our opponent, what they do, no, they let the move go. It does like 75% of their HP, just like that. And that is right there, I think, why this Pokemon needs to be banned. This is Master League. This is literally Master League where this is happening. That isn't Great League. That isn't Ultra League. That is Master League, where I'm using a 1300 CP Pokemon, a Pokemon that would be allowed in the Great League, and it just did that. I'm going to keep on playing out this game. A couple of other interesting things end up happening, as you're going to see here. But I do have some Great League gameplay to showcase as well, just to hammer home how stupid this Pokemon is. It can take moves. If it can take a Moongeist Beam in Master League, just imagine what it can take in Great League. I was playing around with a couple Pokemon. I would let a Morpeko ramp up against us here. You're going to see that gameplay in just a second. It's kind of ridiculous what Morpeko can, and I mean cannot even do to you here. It's a Pokemon that I don't know how it even got through playtesting at this point. Aegislash comes back in. We're going to see what they're going to throw here. It could be an Aqua Tail, could be a Fire Blast, so they're building up so much energy at this point. But I'm taking no fast move pressure. I'm going to no-shield. What move are they going to throw into us right now? I'm going to no-shield confidently. Our opponent goes for... What? Are they throwing Fire Blast? What was that damage? That was a Fire Blast from a Palkia against a 1300 CP Aegislash. And we took that like it was nothing. Shadow Ball being thrown against them right now. How much is this going to do? Yeah, the form change mechanic, a little bit laggy here when you swap through the shield and sword form. Shadow Ball ends up nearly one-shotting them there. And I think that's about enough of the Master League gameplay. You understand at this point just how broken this Pokemon is, and that was Mash League. Let me pull up some Great League gameplay to really hammer home how stupid this thing is. All right, so we were just kind of goofing around with some teams here on stream, and I was using this team with Aegislash and Moltres. I think that's a pretty good core. Not that this is a real team that you can run right now, because Aegislash, hopefully by the time this video is out, is going to be banned from the Go Battle League. But at this point, I have my Aegislash in the backline. There's an Obstagoon with so much energy. It's a huge core breaker into us right now. Surely there's no chance that we have to win this game. Moltres is going to try to get the shields down. I am also using a single move to Aegislash because I don't have all the resources here to build the full one. Let's fast forward just a little bit so we can get into Aegislash coming on in. Our opponent will double shield the attacks here. They'll counter us all the way down. Super effective Night Slash is about to be thrown in my Aegislash. How much damage do you think this is going to do? Is it going to two-shot us from this range? Maybe one shot potentially? Our opponent going for the charge attack. What's it going to do to us? What was that? Super effective Night Slash? Was that even a move? That was fully charged. Let's see another one here. Why not? Aegislash, gonna no shield. What is this? How is this how did these skip past playtesting? That's what I want to know. This Pokemon is unreal. It's supposed to be Bastiodon level bulk. This is beyond anything Bastiodon has ever done. This is like 5 times bulkier than it should be. Garage Chop for good measure there. Doing even less damage to us here. Unfortunately, going to lose this game on a timeout, it looks like, because Shadow Ball into a Dark and Normal type Pokemon, not going to do that much damage. I guess we'll get to see, though. Normally, that's going to do like 2 damage to them. How much will a Shadow Ball do into an Obstagoon just for fun here? If I was double moved, he could go for the Flash Cannon Nuke. Shadow Ball eventually being thrown, nearly knocking them out there, too. I don't even know what to say about this Pokemon. It's my favorite Pokemon. It's this stream overlay. You see it right now. My video overlay here is Aegislash. I love this Pokemon. I think I might hate it now with the way this is implemented because it's so broken. It's not supposed to be like this. I was going to do like a full breakdown of how Aegislash works and what you should, know how to play around this thing. But I don't even think that the developers know how this Pokemon is supposed to work because this is not it. So I guess I should go over some of the mechanics here just in case you're kind of confused about what Aegislash is, what it's doing here, and how its form-changing mechanic works. Basically, it does work similar to how we did think it would. When you use a offensive move like a Shadow Ball or a Flash Cannon, one of your charge attacks, you swap over into Sword form, which I have heard swaps your attack and your defense stat, which means you turn from a Pokemon with like an 80 attack stat into a Pokemon with like 240 attack. It's insane how much attack you end up having. And obviously that means that when you're in Sword form, you're very squishy. When you're in Shield form, though, you don't take any damage. I think it has to be some sort of bug. There's no way that this Pokemon takes that little damage, because it should just be the bulk of Basti, which while Basti's bulky, it still takes damage from super effective moves, right? Aegislash here, as we were seeing against this Night Slash against Moongeist Beam earlier on, it was taking nothing from those attacks. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this. I guess the other interesting thing about Aegislash is when you're in Shield form, you're not using the fast move that you think you would be using. It has Psycho Cut as its best fast move, but I think when you're using, like when you're in Shield form here, let's see if we can go back a little bit. We can see that Aegislash is not using Psycho Cut. The animation that's coming through, honestly, there's no animation. Aegislash is just kind of bouncing around here. Night Slash, once again, we're going to see this, but we can fast forward. Yeah, it's not doing Psycho Cuts here, right? We can see that it's doing some random, unique fast move exclusive to Aegislash. I believe it does 1 damage, guaranteed 1 damage. It doesn't ever do anything more than that. I think it's a typeless move that does 1 damage that generates 6 energy per turn, which, I mean, that is kind of interesting. Or not 6 energy per turn, 6 energy per fast move, so 3 energy per turn. It's a pretty slow energy generation attack, which, I mean, that would balance Aegislash if you could actually damage this Pokemon. But it's not possible to knock out. This Pokemon is just impossible to take down here in the Go Battle League. I don't understand how this Pokemon got released in this way. I have one final clip to show where Aegislash is fighting a Morpeko. Let me see if I can find that real quick. All right, here it is. Aegislash against Morpeko. Now, I'm not going to throw any charge moves here. I'm just going to let the Morpeko do as much damage to us as we possibly can let it. We're not doing any fast move pressure. We can see that whatever this attack is, it has like charging over our Aegislash's HP bar. I don't know why it says that. Of course, you're charging energy. That's just how Pokemon Go works. But Aura Wheel comes through. What was that? Was that real damage? Aura Wheel from a Morpeko, of all things. I mean, that was just the Electric type one. Okay. But now it's at +1 attack. Now it's on the Dark type Aura Wheel. Let's see how much damage it can do to us now. Potentially, this will be enough to knock us out. Let's see here. No shield this attack. Just for fun, how much will a +1 Dark type super effective Aura Wheel do? Like, what is that? I'm not even fully maxed out. I'm not an XL Aegislash. I'm not even close to an XL Aegislash. This one is not good. But we've taken 2 moves. We're only at like 70% HP still. After 2 Morpeko Aura Wheels. Third attack, +2 electric type Aura Wheel coming through right now. It's neutral damage. Our opponent is going to do nothing. Literally nothing to us here. We can take that move extremely easily. We can just keep on letting them throw moves into us here. We can survive the next move. It's going to be a +3 Dark type Aura Wheel coming through now. Surely this is going to knock us out, right? I don't think so. At this point, Aegislash is just proving how bulky it can be. Aura Wheel comes through. Is that even super effective? I'm not sure it is at this point. That +4. A +4 electric Aura Wheel going to come through here in just a second. And keep in mind, I haven't thrown any energy. I'm well over 100 energy here. I could have played this out and like thrown a move earlier on if I wanted to. But at this point, this is just showing how bulky this Pokemon is. In comes the next Aura Wheel. That's a +4 Aura Wheel, guys. And it did nothing to us here. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball now just to see how much damage this does. I mean, it's a Morpeko, right? It's a Shadow Ball. This is resisted damage. Surely it's going to be able to have like half its HP remaining after this. I mean, I would assume at this point, Aegislash is not going to be able to have any play in this matchup. Let's see what's going to happen. The Sword form eventually comes through. Basically one-shots them with a Shadow Ball. You take no damage. You one-shot Pokemon like this. I don't know what to say. This Pokemon is beyond stupid. They messed this thing up big time when they released it here. And honestly, it's kind of baffling to me that they released it in this state. I don't know how this happened. I think anyone could have seen this Pokemon and tested it out for like a second in the Go Bad League. They could have seen for themselves that this is not supposed to happen. This thing is probably 5 times as bulky as it's supposed to be. Maybe its damage output is about on par with what it should be here, but I don't even know, because at this point, if the defense is so messed up, I would assume the attack as well. Something could be up there too. It's just, I don't know what to say. It's my favorite Pokemon. And they messed it up big time. They had so long. The Generation 6 has been in the game, I believe, for about 5 years. They've had that much time to decide how they wanted to release this Pokemon. And they've had about 3 weeks since they announced that Aegislash was coming to the game. I'm a little surprised. I guess I shouldn't say surprised. Just I'm very disappointed that they couldn't take all of that time to make this Pokemon like even remotely work. You know, I don't expect much, but I was hoping this Pokemon would work out at least a bit more than we're seeing it here. And if this thing's not banned for Great League tomorrow, then I don't know how you can even beat this thing. We saw Obstagoon throwing Night Slash into us in Great League. That did no damage. Like, Moltres is not a counter. Mud Slappers, they're not a counter. Astonish users, they're not going to be able to counter this. Talonflame, Incinerate users. How do you deal with this Pokemon? You just can't. So, I mean, I'm calling on Niantic or Scopely, whoever's even in charge of this game anymore. I don't know. You got to ban this Pokemon from the Go Bad League, at least until you get this thing fixed. Thank goodness it's already banned from Play Pokemon Worlds. If not, then that would be an absolute crapshoot going into that World Championships with a Pokemon like this. That would be running around everywhere. Like, the only way right now to take it down is your own Aegislash. And that's not right. So, I hope that they end up looking into this, fixing it, banning it, all of the above before tomorrow, before GBL, before Great League comes back out. Because in Mash League, if you saw what it can do in the Open Mash League in GBL, just imagine what it can do in Great League. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. I know this is a bit of a downer of a video. I love Aegislash. It's a really cool Pokemon, really cool ideas behind it. Obviously, the implementation is not quite there from Niantic. I don't know how they managed this. I'm just so disappointed, honestly. I'm kind of baffled that a mistake this big was allowed into the game. And, I mean, I could have understood if they released it in this way. And then they, at least they would have preemptively banned it from the Go Bad League. I would have expected at least that if it was going to be released in the state, that they would know on their own not to let it be in Go Battle League. But no, the way you're supposed to get it is from the Go Battle League. And obviously, you're supposed to use the Pokemon that can form change in the Go Battle League. It's just, I don't know what to say. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments about this Pokemon, and how they should fix it here, or how you think its form change mechanic is broken right now. I'm not even sure how it's messed up this much. It's obviously got way more stat product than it's supposed to. It's able to survive moves that it has no right to be able to. And while it is a very cool Pokemon and a unique mechanic here in the game, it's gotta go. It's gotta get banned until they can make it work. Yeah, thank you again for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.